In this short video, I'll try to explain how to learn VBA, Visual Application, in just 5 minutes or 15 minutes, the duration of this video. Task number 1. Why is Excel VBA useful? Task number 2. Why spending time to learn VBA is not worth the effort? Task number 3. My approach. Copy and paste, very simple, 5 minutes. You understand, you grab the skills. Task number 4. What to do when a bug pops up. Task number 1. Why Excel VBA is useful. The first example, I think probably the simplest one. We can double input. So actually, you can use your own name, DD. Example number 2. Show a formula. This is one of the most useful function. Example number 3, and I hope everybody knows Excel NPV function actually is a PV function. I generate a so-called NPV true, so actually we can use NPV true to calculate two NPV functions. Example number 4, Excel signs issue. We know if we import the positive present value, we have the. Some of you might wonder why I don't recommend you to learn VBA. There are several reasons. Reason number 1, VBA is not really a programming language. Reason number 2, R or Python is much powerful compared with the VBA. Reason number 3, R is much easier to learn compared with Excel VBA. Number 4, many business analytics and data analytics programs focus on R or Python. Reason number 5, R and Python on your CV is a great plus. Reason number 6, there is good chance that finance and accounting major student will be required to learn one programming language within 3 years. My approach is very simple. Copy and paste. Again, copy and paste. Step 1. Copy a VBA program. Step 2. Launch Excel. Click Developer on the menu bar. Step 3. Click VBA on the left-hand side. Step 4. Choose Insert, then Module. Paste your VBA there. Then click File on the menu bar. Choose Close and return to Excel. That's it. Task number 4. What to do when a bug pops up. This means you cannot run a copy-paste VBA. The first strategy is to quit Excel and launch Excel. It's empty Excel and copy-paste and try again. The second strategy is, if the above strategy fails, don't try to debug other people's VBA. Just Google for another one. Please pause this video to get the code VBA programs. Method 1. If you are taking my course right now, type .c28. Method 2. If you know R, just issue the following one-line R code. Method 3. Alternatively, try the following text file. This is the second method to get the code. Simply type source http data yyyy.com VBA.capital R. R is case sensitive, so pay attention to your spelling. After we hit the enter, we'll see a list. Okay, and at the bottom, so if you type .vba, then you can see the above this list. If you use a .vba1, then you see the first explanation. So let's look at the second one. So VBA, how to copy paste up other people's VBA. Type .vba2. So this is step 1, highlight and copy one VBA program. Step 2, click Developer on your Excel menu bar. Click VBA on the left-hand side, insert module. Right-click your mouse and paste. Click File, close and return to Microsoft Excel. If you are taking my course right now, you can use the first method. Simply type .c28. The difference is before, if you use method 2, it's .VBA. For this one, it's .c28. So we type C28, C28, 15. Then doubling the input. Okay, so I have function and a function. This is a major function. The second one actually is help function. Okay. Highlight, copy, then we launch Excel. For the Excel, we click Developer. Then we click Visual Basic. We click Insert. We click Module. Then we paste there. We click File, close, and return to Microsoft Excel. So you see, if we equal DD, then we'll see two functions, DD and DD help. Let's try DD help. So this will give us the usage. It's DD input value. Okay, then we can try it. DD 24 minus 48. Let's look at the simplest example. We simply double the input value. Okay. So there are two functions. One is called DD and DD help. So let's try DD help. HELP. There's no input value. So this is usage equal DD then M value. Okay. Assuming we have 20, then we can use DD 20, then it becomes 40. If this is 25, then it becomes 50. The second example is show formula. It's one of the most used VBA for my lecture. To find the location of the code, type .c28. And 50 is show formula function. Okay, we simply use up arrow key. We enter 50. We have two functions, main function and show formula function. We simply copy to Excel. This is the second example, show formula function. What is the present value of $100 received in 2 years with a 10% discount rate? We can apply present value function equal PV, rate is 10%, number period is 2, payment is 0, and future value is 100. So this is our result. Before I convert this formula into a string and copy to another cell, show to my student. So I add a prime in front of it. I copy to another cell. Then I come back to remove the prime. Now we have this so-called show formula function. Okay. Equal show formula. You see there are two. One is help. So this is help. It tells us simply type show formula cell with a formula. So we type show formula. Then we enter the cell. Then we have the same result. Example 3 is related to Excel MPV function. The Excel MPV function is actually a PV function. So let's use one example. So let's assume discount rate is 10%. We have a timeline. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. We invest 100. We receive 50 at the end of first period, and 40 and 40. So if we calculate internal rate of return, then we can use IRR function. Okay, we highlight everything. So this is our result, about 15%. However, when we calculate NPV, so this is equals NPV. So we have two input. Okay, so rate and value 1, value 2, all the value. Okay, so correct mimic IRR, we should enter rate and highlight everything. However, for Excel, we have to enter the rate. The first value start from the first period. We close it, then we enter back initial investment. So this is our NPV values. Okay, so get rid of dollar signs. Okay, so let's look at our true NPV function. Okay, so NPV true help. So this is usage. NPV true rate range is mimic like IRR. So this is so equal NPV true. So this is rate. So instead of start from first cash flow at the end of first year, we start from time 0. Then we have the same result. Example number 4 is related to Excel sign issue or sign convention. Positive present value, negative future value, negative present value, positive future value, or vice versa. Okay, we use the exact same example as example number 3 to show some confusing result. Discount rate is 10%, and we have cash flow 100, negative 100 at time 0, 50, 40, 40 at the end of the next 3 time period. So let's calculate NPV, then we apply the NPV rule. NPV rule states if NPV is positive, we accept, otherwise we reject. We assume this is a project. Okay, so let's use the method 1. Okay, so let's calculate method 1. So method 1, we calculate directly. So NPV of a project is simply summation of the NPV of individual future cash flow. So this is equal. So this is first cash flow because the time period is 0. Okay, so plus another cash flow discounted by 1 period, plus next cash flow discounted by 2 period, plus the last cash flow discounted by 3 period. Then we got 8.565. Okay, this is method 1. Okay, so actually, so this is future cash flow. So let's calculate the present value of each future cash flow. Okay, so this is equal present value. So this is rate. We are going to fix it. Hit F4. Time period is 0. And payment is 0. So payment is 0. Then we have one future cash flow. Close it. So this is first one. Okay, we copy and paste. So this is method 2. So method 2. So method 2 is we calculate the present value of individual cash flow, then take a summation. Then we got a negative value. Okay, when we use method 3, the method 3 is, as we know already, is we apply NPV. So this is rate equal. We have future cash flow first. We close it. We add back initial. Okay. If you look at the method 1, it's positive value. Method 2, we got a negative value. Method 3, we got another positive value. Then how to apply the NPV is positive or accept is really confusing. Okay. And so let's look at our PV no signs. Okay, so this is called PV no sign help. Okay, I called PV2. So PV no sign, we enter rate, number period, payment, future value type. Exactly same thing as the PV function. Okay, the only thing is PV no sign. Okay, we have a rate, we fix it. Now the period is 0 and payment is 0 and future value is negative 100. Then we got exactly same result. Okay, so this is I called method 4. Excel. So this is summation. Ignore Excel sign convention. Then this is another way to look at Excel sign convention. The 5th example is about geometric means. This is the formula we calculate geometric mean. We have a set of return, v plus 1. We calculate their products, then take the power 1 over n minus 1. It looks very complex. So let's try several values. Okay, suppose we have R, return 10%, 5%, negative 3%, and 0%, and 7%. So usually I include some negative value, zero value. I'll show student if I use geomean directly, I will have some error message. Okay. And also I explain why we got this error message and why we cannot apply geomean directly. So this is, we have to 1 plus R. So this is equal first return plus 1. We copy paste. Then we apply geomean to 1 plus R. So it's a product minus 1. Okay. So this is a result 3.7% geometric mean. Okay. So let's look at my VBA. GEOMANYAN help. Again, type help. It will show you is simply we enter all the return. Okay, so this is GEOMANYAN. So it's, instead of 1 plus R, it's simply return. That's it. Now we have the exact same result. For the rest of the example, I will not go through them one by one. If you're interested, you can try them. Challenging task. After watching this video, you can try the following task. Task number 1. Find the VBA program to combine two datasets by using date. Task number 2. For each VBA, I have generated a related corresponding help function. For example, mpv2, mpv2 help. However, for each of those help functions, it has just one line. How to generate a help function with multiple lines? The first line will be input format. The rest will be a few examples. Task number 3. Send me a bug-free VBA to be added to the list.